What a weirdo.
I probably would have too.
Our
Because
producer,
Niall Horan.
He goes, no, it's not Horan, it's just horn.
Horn?
No, it's just horn. Yeah.
It's Niall Horan.
As in rhinoceros horn?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
No, it's Niall Horan.
All right, shut up.
He's saying
You're the
wrong.
one who thought Morris was Maurice.
It is Morris.
Well, I used to say
I know
Mike
it's Morris.
Posner.
Yeah, that's okay.
You say
No,
tomato,
I got
say
a
tomato.
email
I said
telling me otherwise.
For Callum Scott. Calum?
Oh,
Callum.
That was good, listening to everyone try to say his name after we met him.
It's Callum, right?
Bill, we met this guy.
Callum Scott.
We went on a tour. We met this guy. His name is Callum Scott.
Callum
Scott.
Callum.
And everyone was like, oh, let's play all of his songs on the air for like a week. And
He
every
only has
time.
one song.
Well, yeah, but like they're like, let's play this song over and over again, beat it to death. So every person who met him, Trey was like, here's Calum Scott, or here's Callium Scott, or here's Calum Scott.
I
It's like,
said Calum.
I'm like, it's Callum.
Callum.
He said it to us. He
Yeah.
literally introduced himself. Hi, I'm Callum Scott. He said it to every person as we walked down the row. How did you screw that up? Like, oh, God.
Screw up a lot of
This
things.
reminds me of when we were doing the news, and in the news, the name Slobodan Milosevic
Oh,
came
no.
about, right?
Oh,
He's
no.
a leader of Hungary or one of the... And you should have heard that. It was great. Listening to all the different radio stations, how everybody tried to butcher this guy's name.
I got something pretty, it's close to that, but with something much different. And we're going to get to that on our next talk break because we want to slow that down, slow hands. We want to take that nice and slow because that's going to be an incredible story, the best story. But before we get to that, of course, Zach Trickel is standing by at the news desk because it's 9:32 and we're 2 minutes late. So here you go, Zach.
Thank you, Joe. President Donald Trump will announce his decision on whether to pull the United States out of the Paris Climate Accord during a Rose Garden event this afternoon. Trump promoted his announcement last night on Twitter after a day in which U.S. allies around the world sounded alarms about the likely consequences of a U.S. withdrawal. Trump himself kept everyone in suspense, saying he was still listening to a lot of people in both ways. Everyone cautioned that no decision was final until Trump announced it. The president has been known to change his thinking on major decisions and tends to seek counsel from both inside and outside advisors, many with different agendas until the last minute. In local news, one lane of the Southern Parkway in Plainview will be shifted daily for next week to allow for a bridge repair work. The shift will be in place beginning from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily. The agency asked the motorists to drive carefully through the work zone and follow instructions from work crews. Meanwhile, Suffolk County Police said they arrested a Shirley man and charged him with driving drunk in his hometown yesterday morning after he ran a red light and struck another car, injuring its occupants, then ran away. Sean Williams of Carlton Drive faces charges of driving while intoxicated, first-degree aggravated unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle, operating a motor vehicle without an interlocking device, and leaving the scene of an accident. Williams was tracked by a canine unit that found him in a shed. In national news, President Donald Trump may abandon U.S. pledge to reduce carbon emissions that contribute to global warming, but that seems unlikely to stall the push to adopt cleaner forms of energy. Around the world, coal-fired power plants are being shutted down by governments and private companies invest $1 billion in wind turbines and solar farms. Even in regions of the U.S. where coal is plentiful, electric utilities are increasingly shifting to cheaper, cleaner burning natural gas. In the absence of federal action to address climate change, some left-leaning states such as California and New York are moving ahead with ambitious clean energy policies of their own. In other news, President Vladimir Putin insisted that the Russian state had never engaged in hacking or scoffed at allegations that hackers could influence the outcome of elections in the United States or Europe. But the Russian leader admitted the possibility that some individual hackers could have mounted some attacks amid the current cold spell in Russia's relations with the West. Speaking at a meeting with senior editors of leading international news agencies, Putin also alleged that some evidence pointing to Russian hackers' participation in attacks he didn't specify which could have been falsified in an attempt to smear Russia. And finally, burglars who attempted to break into an ATM in Washington with a blowtorch accidentally set the cash inside the machine on fire. Everett police shared a photo of the charred ATM outside Coastal Community Bank after the thieves had their haul destroyed by their own flames. Arid Snell of the Everett Police Department said that the would-be burglars attempted to burn through the exterior of the machine to access the cash box. In sports, the Mets had the night off and the Yankees lost against the Orioles. And now here's your WHPC Long Island weather forecast. There will be a high of 77 degrees right now with a mixture of clouds and sun. Right now it's 63 degrees right now. It's 9:36 on the Nassau Morning Madhouse on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
This is the Nassau Morning Madhouse
on the voice of Nassau Community College,
90.3 WHPC.
Ed Sheeran right here on the Nassau Morning Madhouse, 90.3 WHPC. Gina, stop stretching. You're making us all tired.
I know. I didn't stretch this morning.
No,
so I'm
you
stretching
yawn.
right
That's
now.
okay. You know.
No, but it's contagious. Now we're all gonna start. It's gonna go.
Stretch? We're
See,
gonna
look,
all
Samantha's got it now.
I didn't yawn.
Working its way around the table.
It is. Oh, geez.
I'm sorry. The coffee hasn't
No,
kicked
hey,
in
when
yet.
you got to stretch, you got to stretch.
Oh, come on, man. People are
I'm
walking in and out.
sorry.
They're getting hit by it too. It's unbelievable. It started a plague. It's the next Black Death right here on the Nassau Morning Madhouse.
It's early.
I know it. That's what they said in Europe too. And then look what happened. Rats are cool, they said. Let's have a pet rat. Why
I
not?
would never have a pet
Exactly.
Yeah, jeez. But anyway, I got something I'm gonna play for you guys. And we'll talk about the story a little after. Because I want you to hear this. This is truly glorious, this little compilation that I didn't make. But it's incredible. Just take a quick listen to this. And I want you to tell me what we're going to talk about in a second. Just tell me, would you do this? Just listen.
The true meaning of COVFEFE is enjoy.
The typo kofifi.
Covfefe?
Kofefe.
C-O-V-F-E-F-E. Kofifi.
Kofefi. Kofifi.
Kofifi. Kofifi.
Konfifi. Kofefi.
Kofefe.
Kovifi.
Confefe happened today, and then he's going to pull out of the Paris
Where's
Accord.
kafif? Kafef? You say kafif, I say kafef. She spelled kafafi, or whatever.
I think it's kofifi.
Kofefe, however you want to pronounce it.
Kofif, kofef. None of us really know how to say this.
I don't know how to pronounce Covfefe.
I went kofife.
Kofife.
But that could be wrong.
Covfefe. I like Covfefe.
I spent a lot of time on this.
Kafif, Covfefe.
Kofif. C-O-V-F-E-F-E.
Kofifi. Konfefe.
Kofefe. Kofefe.
What is kofifi?
Kofefe.
That's my favorite one.
Now I guess it is a word.
So now I guess it is a word.
It is a word.
It
It's
is
going to be in the
now.
dictionary.
Right.
But I love everybody's like trying to make it fancy, like kofefe. Or like I like kofef. What was the last one?
Koffifi.
Fafi.
Kof-
I like the
Koffifi.
fafi.
What's your favorite out of all of those?
I just said.
It's called Fafi. What do you got? Same thing?
I would say yes because it's a little more original. Everyone else is like
Kofefe, kofifi, kofefe.
Bill, what do you got? What's
I
your
don't know. I'm
It's
Bill's shocked.
she made it simple.
Well, what kills me is we are quite preoccupied with this.
With this.
right.
Isn't there anything else going on?
No, there's nothing
no,
going on.
there's a lot-
This
I
is
re-
breaking
you know what?
news.
As the public, this reminds me of throwing a ball of yarn to the kitten.
No, you know, this,
I
is,
know.
this
You know?
is exactly what it is.
And we're banging this thing around for days. Meanwhile,
days.
what's going on in the real world?
Right. It's not what's going on in the
There's
real world.
nothing new here.
You know.
Yeah.
But honestly, though, like I'm playing this just because. Why is this such a big deal?
I know he. Okay,
He put a word in the middle
Well,
of the
I mean,
night.
he is the president, and he's
he is
Yeah.
the president. Okay, we all have autocorrect issues.
Right,
But,
exactly.
like-
When you're sitting on Twitter at like what is it, 2 in the morning?
Yeah, it was at
or
like.
no, it was 12.
Yeah, it was like 12 o'clock.
At 12 o'clock at night, you're sitting there, you're looking at your Twitter, and you're trying to tweet something, and it just autocorrects to Kavfifi. Like, what's the big deal? Or Kavfifi, whatever you want to
Kavfifi.
say.
how many Twitter followers does?
Too many.
Too
Well, he's
many.
got to have in the millions.
Oh,
Right?
of course.
Oh, for
maybe
sure.
in the
How would you
billions.
feel? Put yourself in that position. You pick up your cell phone and you're sitting there at midnight, and you go to write something. Wouldn't it occur to you that you have 65 million Twitter followers? Would you just write anything and send it?
Well, I mean,
He does that on a normal day.
Well, he does. I'm talking about us. Put yourself in that.
I mean, if
position
I
and
had
say,
65 million
65
followers,
million
I
people?
probably would not go on Twitter anymore.
yeah,
I would retire after like 1 million.
I'd be like, my job's done. All right, see ya.
I wouldn't even let it get to 65 million. I'd hit 1 million. That'd be like, that's it. I'm
Yeah.
done. If I have 1 million, this is all I wanted.
Well, I think the next order of business would be for you to get each one of them to send you $1.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
$1 a day, you can help this poor,
It's a school of
starving.
economics. You can either get
It's a
$100,000 from one person, or you can get $1 from 100,000 people.
But
Right.
you know, I saw a guy do that, and it actually worked. And you know what? I'm actually pretty fond of him. He's like, he is. I wouldn't really say he's like a reality TV star, but I guess he kind of just got popular on Instagram from like his funny posts or whatever.
Who's his name?
And Shad Santiago.
No idea who he is.
He's hilarious, but
He's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
he
We're learning a lot. Vegetables.
Sandwich.
How else do you say
Sandwich.
hilarious?
Hilarious.
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 This is hilarious.
Oh, I'm so hilarious.
Hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, whatever.
It's like Nana and like Nana, like or
Okay,
or
anyone
what
who
is
calls their grandma
Nana.
Nana is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That sounds like
Sha-na-na.
Stewie.
That's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a...
Because I call my grandmother Gran.
I call my grandma or granny.
yeah.
Okay, we're way off topic. So
Back to
yeah,
Santiago,
Shad
the guy.
Santiago. He for his birthday, he's like, oh, all of my followers should send me $1. So at first I was going to do it because I really liked him, but I'm like, you know what? I'm broke, and I bet you a bunch of people are really going to send him $1. He's going to end up with like $1 million, and I'm going to be upset about it because I
Right.
helped. But then he really, like, people were trying to up each other because one person sent him $1, and he said, oh my gosh, I was just kidding, and somebody sent me $1 and on the Cash App, and I can't believe it. It was so sweet. So then all his fans, they start sending $5, $10,
Oh, yeah.
$21. I'm like, this guy is
Where
going
do all
to
these people
break
get money?
bank. And
Listen.
they're like, and they're just doing it really, I feel like, just to get a shout out on his
Yeah,
page.
yeah,
Because he's like
totally.
posting them like, oh my gosh, this is so sweet. I love you guys. And I'm like, wow, he is
Thank
breaking
you.
bank, and they're all trying to up each other.
Thank you, Vic Star 195. I really appreciate
Seriously,
it.
though.
Listen,
like,
though, that's not even the craziest one I heard. The craziest one I heard was, I don't know if you guys know, it was a website called GoFundMe. Ever hear
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Or no,
Yeah.
it's, no, this was actually on Kickstart. Kickstart's another one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The same thing basically, but at Kickstart, anything after your goal you can keep. You can keep it.
Yeah.
Profit, basically.
Oh.
So this guy puts on Kickstart. He goes,
Well,
I want to
It
make...
can all be profit. You just set a goal, but they could keep it all.
Right.
You'll never know.
Well, right, but...
You say, well, you know,
But if you put like a goal, like I want to do this,
well,
right?
you want
And people-
$20,000 goal and you get 25,000.
Right, the 5,000 extra you don't have to put towards the goal, but the 20,000 you have to put towards the goal.
Yeah, but your goal could be, I want to buy a new house.
Right, but you know what? But you know what this guy put as his goal? This guy put he wanted to make a grilled cheese sandwich.
Oh yes, I did. see
$12 for a grilled cheese to make loaves of bread, get cheese, butter, get everything he needed. Right? You know how much this guy made?
that. Yeah.
You know how much he made?
I don't even want to
remember.
know
Yeah, I was about to
because
say, I feel like
the
it's gonna upset
population is
me.
going down after this grilled cheese guy. Like,
he made at this like current time, I believe it's like up to almost $10 million
what in the...
to make a grilled cheese.
Let's
but
hear
you
it
know
for
what?
grilled
People
cheese.
like those trends.
I tried doing it right after this guy. I was like, I want to make a grilled cheese. No one donated to me.
No, you're a day
No
late.
one.
You
You're a
Yeah,
gotta
day
no.
late.
get lucky
No,
enough
no.
for it
But
to go
people
viral.
are, but everyone's like upping each other, like even harder. Like one guy's like, "Oh, I donated $1,000 to help make a grilled cheese." And this guy's like, "Yeah, well, I donated 10." It's like,
what
why?
are these people doing? It's grilled cheese.
My thing is, if you donate $10,000 for a man to make you a grilled cheese, you better get a really good grilled cheese. Like,
I want different types of cheeses on mine.
right. I want mixed
Just
cheese.
Three cheese.
Three
grilled
cheese grilled
Right.
cheese.
Three cheese for every G's that you give him.
We talk about everything.
And sometimes all at once.
It's the Nassau Morning Madhouse
On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
Bad Liar by Selena Gomez right here on the Nassau Morning Madhouse. Is that a song?
I'm starting to get sick of it.
Is that a song?
Yeah, would you say that's a song? I don't think it's music, honestly.
know. Well,
sounds like rambling.
She's crying. It sounds like
Yeah.
a cat
Yeah, she
fight.
sounds like she's whining.
Yeah, like what? Like
I'm a bad liar. That's exactly how she
It's like,
You better
shut up.
sing.
Yeah, right.
You better sing.
Right, like I know you can do it. Just stop with this whole nonsense. Like it's not saying it's narrating. It's narrating in a very upset tone.
Good point.
Like she was about to go in and have like a great recording session, and someone was like, "Your dog died," and she was like,
I'm a kid.
"Like yeah, right." Like she just.
I'm a kid.
Right, like that's what it is. She's trying not to cry or something. I don't know what it is.
Can we not play that again?
No, we're never again.
Never again.
Never again on the Thursday show where we play Bad Liar. I'm sorry, Sean. I know you write the schedules, but we're not doing
Why are you yelling, Sean? Can
want-
you hear us?
it. No, I know he can hear us because the man has he's like an omniscient
yeah.
person. Like even when you don't think he's here,
He is
he's
here.
here.
Ever
He'll text
present.
and be like, your mic is too loud.
Right.
I'd be
He'll
like,
text.
okay.
Yeah, he'll
that's
text.
funny.
You guys are talking over each other. You guys gotta really stop. Like he's gonna text me right now. Like you're metaing right now. You gotta stop telling them that I'm listening. But,
Oh my god! I thought I got the
yes.
notification, but it's just
right now we're gonna all be paranoid. We're gonna be like looking at our phones.
I know.
We're gonna see text message incoming.
All 4 phones just lit up. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, wow, how do you text us all at the same time?
It's working, Sean. You've got them psyched.
And now they fall right into my trap.
Just how I wanted them
Right.
to.
As said by Kevin Spacey. You guys watch that show, by the way?